However, next we go to West Asia, where a high-stakes summit is underway in Doha, Qatar, as foreign ministers from Arab and Muslim countries meet behind closed doors. The gathering aims to form a formal response to Israel's recent airstrikes on Qatar's capital. The summit, which is hosted by Qatar, brings together leaders from the 57-member Organization of Islamic Cooperation and the 22-member Arab League. According to reports, Iranian President Masoud Pezeshkian, Pakistani Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif and Malaysian Prime Minister Anwar Ibrahim are confirmed to be attending. Qatar's Prime Minister and Foreign Minister Sheikh Mohammed bin Abdul Rahman bin Jassim Al Thani will also address delegates, framing the discussions. A draft resolution will be presented to leaders on Monday, marking a pivotal moment in regional diplomacy. The summit highlights escalating tensions in the Middle East and underscores Qatar's critical role in mediating these ongoing discussions. We are once again joined by Mati Zaweg to discuss this further coming out of Doha. Mati, of course, a significant event, those Israeli strikes on the Qatari capital, strikes which many say violated Qatar's sovereignty. What does this signal that the Arab League and the OIC are jointly meeting in Doha, and how unusual is such a coordination in response to these Israeli actions?
It's really complicated because in the last years, and especially since 7th of October 23, Qatar has presented themselves as the only and the most powerful mediator to get something between Hamas and the state of Israel. And all the time there were many voices in Israel and in the United States and in the world that they say that Hamas is not clean, that Hamas is not coming, that they are not really to trust, because they say they can mediate and they are not really mediating, because they were giving a lot of support all the years to Hamas, including hundreds of millions of dollars to build all their tunnels and all their arsenal and all their capacity that brought them to that fatal day that was the 7th of October 23. So in Israel, it's like after all these developments and after all the mediation and after everything that happened, they got in the government to the conclusion that they are not to trust anymore, and they did what they did.
Okay.
To harm anything that are only Hamas, but of course a violation of another country and another soul. But let's not forget what also Qatar did for Hamas all these years. So it's really complicated for Israel. Of course, they have to take in account that they also friends are going to be very angry with them, including Canada, threatening Israel and other countries. So it's a very complicated situation. But from the point of view of the summit of Arab countries, they did a lot of summits in the past. Now they are really angry, so they're going to maybe speak in a harsher way. Maybe there's going to be some step of freezing something that is connected to the Abraham Accords, which is very bad for Israel.
Yes.
But I don't think that in this stage is going to be more than that.
Yes, Mati Zaweg, thank you very much for joining us here on the programme. Always a pleasure to get your insight. We stay in the region for our next story, where Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu said the visit of top US diplomats